Nagai Naoyuki, also known as Nagai Genba Nagai Mondonoshō, was a Japanese hatamoto under the Tokugawa of Bakumatsu period Japan. His great-great-grandchild was Yukio Mishima.Naoyuki's adopted son, Iwanojō Nagai, was the father of Natsu, who was Mishima's grandmother. Iwanojō's real father was Nagasumi Miyoshi, who was a Tokugawa retainer. Early life. Nagai Naoyuki, or as he was first known, Matsudera-Iwanojō, was born in the Nukada district of the Okutono domain by a concubine to daimyo Matsudera Noritada. Noritada, while head of a collateral branch of the Tokugawa clan, was not classified as Shinpan, like the Matsudera of Izu, but was instead a Fudai daimyo. Iwanojō, Noritada's second son, lost his father at the age of 3. Subsequently, he was moved to Edo, to the Okutono domain's main residence in Azabu, where he was in the care of his adoptive brother, Matsudera Noriyoshi, before being adopted by 2000 Koku Tokugawa hatamoto Nagai Naonori at the age of 25. Following his adoption he took the adult name of Naoyuki. Career. After completing a thorough education in literature, art, and military training, Nagai entered the ranks of the Tokugawa bureaucracy. He served from 1851 to 1852 as an instructor at the Kitenkan, a branch of the shogunate's Shohizuka Academy, located in Kofukai Province. Shortly after the arrival of the expedition challenging Japan national isolation policy, Nagai was appointed as a metsuki and was placed in charge of casting new cannons for coastal defense. In 1855, Nagai was transferred to the newly formed Nagasaki Naval Training Center, where he served as its director, overseeing a group of Dutch military advisors and students from various domains around Japan in studies of Western warship technologies. Katsuki Ishu later credited Nagai for much of the training center's progress, as well as the construction of the Nagasaki Iron Works, and one of its training ships, the Kotoru. In 1857, with the closure of the Nagasaki Naval Training Center, Nagai returned to Edo and boarded the Kanko Maru, Japan's first steam warship, together with 103 of his students. In December 1857, Nagai was appointed Kanjo Bugyo. In July 1858, Nagai was appointed one of the first Gaikoku Bugyo. He served from August 1858 through March 1859, during which time the difficult negotiations for the Ansat treaties took place with the United States, United Kingdom, Russia and France. In February 1859, he added Gunkan Bugyo to his list of titles. However, in August, following the death of Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu, Nagai was purged from office by the Teroi Naosuke for his support of the Hitotsubashi faction over the Kishu faction for the shogunal succession. After Iei's assassination, Nagai was recalled to public office and was appointed to serve as one of the city magistrates of Kyoto from August 1862 through March 1864. This was a difficult and violent period in Kyoto, with many daimyo establishing residences in Kyoto and maneuvering for political connections with various of the nobility. The city was filled with numerous ronin, many of whom supported the Sono-Joi movement and who did not hesitate to use assassination or terrorist tactics to further the political agenda. It was during his tenure that the Shinzengumi became active in Kyoto. Following his 2-year stint in the capital, he was made Ometsuki from March 1864 through May 1865. He served again as Gaikoku Bugyo from November 1865 through April 1867. Nagai was promoted to the position of Wakadoshi Yorikaku from April 1867 through January 1868 and was in Kyoto on November 9, 1867 when Shogun Tokugawa Yoshinobu formally surrendered his office. Thereafter, Nagai served as one of the Wakadoshi Yori from January to March 1868 when the Meiji Restoration signaled the end of the Tokugawa shogunate under the Edo Republic. Returning to Edo following the Battle of Toba-Fushimi, Nagai joined Enomoto Takaki and the remnants of the Tokugawa navy, boarding the Kaitin and heading to Edo by way of Matsushima in Sendai Domain. In Hokkaido, Nagai was chosen to be one of the city magistrates of Hakodate by the new Edo Republic. However, the Imperial Army soon began its attack on Hokkaido, and Nagai surrendered at the small fortress of Bentondaiba, along with the survivors of the Shinzengumi. He attempted to commit seppukus but was stopped by those surrounding him. Later life. After a period of 3 years in prison, he was pardoned by the Meiji government in January 1871, and again rose to positions of political prominence, serving most notably as the secretary to the Genro from July 1875 to October 1876. He died in July 1891. One of his descendants, through his adopted son Iwanojō, was the famous author Yukio Mishima.